Welcome on in, everybody. I am 6 days into the fresh start journey. I have put around 40 hours into this character with 10 plus hours of PvP. It's been insane. And I've talked about this in lots of previous videos. It's never been like this. Like, it's literally never been this good. So console players who are coming into this game are getting an absolute treat of a version of this game, especially with how populated PvP is. This is like, I don't know, it's just madness out here. Everybody's flagged all the time. No matter what level bracket I've been in, I've always been able to find lots of people around my level to fight. Honestly, just sticking around the main story, you find lots of PvP. But for me personally, I feel like this is kind of the beginning of the end of an era. I mean, we'll never get this experience again. Fresh start servers and console launch. We'll get fresh start servers again, but not like this. Not with so many people coming to the game, so much interest like this. I don't know. I mean, maybe we will. Who knows? Maybe New World will do really well and we'll have huge explosions of population like this again. All I'm saying is that I really appreciate that things actually went well this time around for the game. And console players seem to be really enjoying the game. It's so nice to hear console players saying good things and having fun and seeing the comments on my videos saying stuff like, man, I'm having such a good time, you know? It's such a refreshing thing to hear because New World had such a negative kind of, I don't know, shadow over it for so long. And I feel like console players, not only did you come in with all the population in the world that this game desperately needed to keep going, but you actually came in with that attitude that we needed too. That attitude of like, holy shit, this game's actually really fun, and appreciating the parts of it that are good. And the game isn't perfect. There are going to be parts that console players won't like, and we'll see how that plays out as people progress further and get towards endgame. But I don't know. This game really feels like it got a second shot with console, and this is truly a special time, at least for PvP and early game PvP. And even if you don't PvP, just going through that experience with so many people right now, it's a really cool time. And I'm gonna miss this. I really am. I'm excited to be getting to endgame now. I'm almost 65. I already started getting pieces of my endgame build together. It's so much easier than it used to be. And I don't know. I'm just a little sad that, you know, that early game era is kind of done for me. I know that it's not over for everybody yet. I'm a little bit faster on the leveling side because I play so much. So if you guys haven't gone in there and done some early PvP, or you're just leveling yourself still and you feel like, oh, maybe it's too late for you, it's not. You still have a chance to go out there and have a lot of fun with this early game, with the early game PvP especially. So I really like that. And of course, even towards the end of it, even towards 65, there's been no exception. I've still been running into lots of fights. In fact, today, the fight I have for you guys, this collection of fights against these guys here, this was probably the best fight that I've had since I started this character. It was an incredibly fun fight. Now, I'm just using the same build that I was using in my previous videos. I've just kind of upgraded my gear as I'm going now because at this level bracket, the gear that I get as random drops from stuff is honestly the best stuff I have access to, and there's no point in buying or gearing something out at level 60 whatever. I'm just going to go to 65 and we're going to look at that endgame build after that. So yeah, I'm just using what I can find right now, and I'm assuming everybody else around this level is just kind of doing the same. It's still pretty early in the game, so no one on these fresh servers is running around with a max build, that's for sure. And there I actually managed to land a couple nice shots on the archer player as I was kind of retreating away from the group, and that's what ended up downing him. Honestly, guys, my aim is like pretty bad usually, but sometimes I land those shots, so I'm really happy when that happens. And then I just keep throwing the traps down and trying to kite these guys out. It is a blunderbuss greatsword player and a healer, and healer is so annoying. I got really lucky that I got a good burst on that archer because dealing with the healer and his crap, yeah, here you can see how it goes. I land a lot of damage on that guy there, but literally he takes no damage at all because the heals are down on him. Huge damage on the healer there, and then he comes back through me. He ends up blowing his stamina. I should definitely have turned around and tried to get the riposte, but I end up just kind of retreating, and yeah, this fight's tricky. This fight's tricky. These guys are playing really smart now because I took their friend down, and both of them are watching where the heals are and playing in them. I'm doing my best to just kind of try to stay alive here as well. The greatsword player can do quite a bit of damage if I let him close to me, so I need to be really careful to keep him away. And even the healer, if he pulls that void blade out, can take big chunks out of me and hold me still for the greatsword guy. There, he steps in my trap. I get good damage with the powder burn into the power shot. Lots of damage, actually. He drops to about half health, but holy crap. The healer ends up putting a bit of pressure in me, and I get great damage on the greatsword player again. Unfortunately, he's inside the healing circle, and he just manages to survive. And yeah, I gotta pull them out of that circle. I gotta try to get the positioning right in this fight here. And I just keep the pressure on. Big damage with that headshot on the healer there. I turn around, do land the powder burn as well, but the healer turns around and he just starts chunking me with that void blade. And see what I'm talking about, he still has really good damage, so we got to be careful. I turn around, get the riposte, and he ends up hitting it. I think his stam was down there, so he couldn't even roll out of it or stop that attack. And I managed to land the trap there. Unfortunately, he's in his circle, and I don't get quite enough damage, I think, to take him down, even if he wasn't. And the greatsword player is just swinging at me. And as he swings at me here, just kind of focusing on trying to target the healer, but kite around the greatsword player. So I'm watching where the greatsword guy is and just try to constantly move around and just be omnidirectional. No pun intended, but trying to just kind of make him change directions as often as possible, so it makes it harder for him to target me, especially when he pulls that blunderbuss out. Oh my gosh, we got to be really careful. If they have the aim lock, that blunderbuss is going to land almost every single shot. I'm not sure if this guy's running aim lock or not, but I don't want to play aim lock accuser. But yeah, I still have to be very careful with the blunderbuss. Here he comes around the corner. They start blasting me with the weapons. I get trapped by the pull, so I'm forced to back out of there with my evade. I turn around and I throw the trap down. And I am out of regeneration potions. This is really bad. Yeah, at this stage of the fight, I gotta be really careful. If I take any bad damage, I am gonna lose to attrition very quickly. So I land actually a really nice riposte there. I go for the heavy attack, evade in, and instead of trying to stick out any more damage, I just back out with a roll and then switch to the musket. And that's what I'm talking about. Looking for the damage where I can get it, but not overcommitting. It is going to be super, super hard to win this fight now because I won't be able to overcommit to anything. So my offensive options become a lot more limited if I want to not die. The healer does step in the trap, though. I go for the evade combo. I try to put the damage in, and there you see what happens. I try overcommitting. I blow my stamina to try to take the healer down, and I don't get the kill, and I find myself in a really bad position here. Oh my god, almost go down, jump in the air, drink another potion, and all I've got is the potion and the meals. I'm pounding back the meals, and look at that in the distance, if it isn't my best friend, the one and only Badonka Gronk. Man, if I could count the number of times that he has saved my ass in this fresh start, it would be 2. It's twice now that he has saved my ass. So thank you so much. He comes in, puts the damage in to the healer and the other player as well, and we managed to take one of them down. And now it's just the healer left. I'm just missing all my shots like a good boy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I have got an awesome early game PvP guide. If you want to see it, it's linked down below. There's a written version, and there are a few videos for it as well if you guys want to check it out. And it basically walks you through the easiest, most straightforward way to enjoy early game PvP in New World without having to do all kinds of crazy crap. Honestly, it just makes it really easy and straightforward for you. So there you go. And yeah, I'm playing on Twitch now if you guys want to catch that live gameplay. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming, and I'll see y'all next time.